Hello and good morning. Today is February 24th, 2026. It is a sunny day today here in Vancouver, 1 degree. My name is Heather from the Hood, and welcome to Hoodville. Uh, we have some stuff to talk about, and we'll see how that goes because some stuff's going down. King Charles is hosting an event, and of course, his son, King of the Spares, has to go and chime in because what else is new? So, good evening, Cat, or morning. Evening for you, morning for me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Mary. Let everyone roll in. So, like I said, it's actually a nice day. Well, the teenager had to scrape the car. And big news for us Canadians, it's the time of year, my friends. Roll up the rim. 40th anniversary at Tim Hortons. Not sponsored, wish I was. Yay. Here's hoping I'll win something. Who knows? But it's not as fun as it used to be. Because you used to be able to like roll up the rim and see what you won. Now you got to use like your app. It's no fun. How is everyone doing this morning? Thank you for being here. I'm always thankful. Well, I'm very thankful. Oh, the Croft is here. Hello, my friend. Welcome, welcome. So, yeah, that Harry, oh, he just can't help himself, that guy. I'm telling you. He just can't help himself. Hello, Polo. Hello, the Croft. Tune. Oh, Daria. Hey, you're back, my friend. I missed you. Oh, thanks for being here, everybody. At work, popping in and out. All right, so. I know I said I wouldn't go down the rabbit hole, but damn it. I think I'm falling. Or I have fallen. I don't like it, though. I'll tell you that. So, it's hard not to. Anywho, um, Harry. What a doughhead. Okay, so Harry put out a video today in support of the Ukrainian people. Now, I'm going to make this very, 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 very clear. I am not saying anything against the Ukrainian people, for I am one of them. So, um, just with my sarcastic mouth, just so everybody knows. Now, um, it is like the 4th anniversary of what's going down in Ukraine. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word, but like war uh in Ukraine. So, I mean, it's not good. And Harry, has to say something. So, he put out a video statement in support of the Ukrainian people. Share the screen, Heather. I don't know the rules if I'm allowed to play what he said. Here's the video. This is on oh, trying to find a button that works. This is on The super, what's it called? I don't want to get it wrong. This is on Instagram. The Superhumans Center. So, from what I understand, this is a center where people go and uh, I don't want to say it wrong, but from what I understand, this is a center where people go when they uh, are injured, lose a limb, they get help with prosthetics and stuff. And Harry has been to Ukraine twice now. This is him at the center with the people. And again, I'm not against the people, so please don't take my sarcasm against them because what they're going through is awful. And I see you, Kate. We're going to get there. So I will read what he said because, like I said, I don't know if I'm allowed to play the video. So, sorry. Please hold. I had it here, and then, of course, I touched a button, so sorry. Now, he says, I want to speak directly to you, to those on the front lines and those supporting from home front. Your strength inspires the world, he said. And he's been left moved by the courage and dignity of the unbreakable spirit of country's people, even in the midst of the war. This is not the one I wanted. He goes on to say, over the past year, I've had the honor and privilege of visiting Ukraine twice. Each time I left deeply moved by the courage, dignity, and unbreakable spirit of the Ukrainian people, even in the midst of war which continues to take lives and civilians and service members every single day. Life goes on. That's an odd thing to say. I saw the strength of the Superhuman Center during the visit in April and the determination of those rebuilding their bodies and their futures. I saw it in resilience and I saw it in the pride of Invictus Games veterans I met in Vancouver. I saw it in the eyes of the Ukraine and Kiev. Eyes carry both pain and unwavering hope. Today, as Ukraine marks the anniversary of the start of the war, I want to speak directly to you, to those in the front lines and those supporting from home. Your strength inspires the world, your bravery unites us, and your hope lights the path forward for all of us. Please know that you're not alone. The world stands with you, and we continue to learn from your courage every single day. Stay strong, brave, and hopeful. Slava Ukrainian. All right, so, which means glory to Ukraine. All right, so I will go back to the chat. There's a lot to break down here. Now, I'm thinking, before I get into that, why did he put out this statement? Well, because something was going on with his dad, because King Charles was having this. Now, King Charles is not having a good time at all. King Charles is joined by 4 senior royals today as the firm attempts to ignore Andrew scandal. Now, there's a big thing going down at St. James Palace. St. James So it is the Queen Elizabeth Award for education, and it is King Charles was joined by 4 senior royals at an award ceremony this afternoon, marking its largest speak Heather, largest gathering of the firm since Andrew Mountbatten Windsor went to the Clink last week. The 77-year-old monarch was accompanied by his wife, QC, sister Princess Anne, and cousins, the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester. Sorry if I butchered that. He handed out awards at St. James Palace. Prince Edward has a cold. The special ceremony today saw the king hand out Queen Elizabeth Prize for highest and further education in recognition of outstanding work in the UK universities and colleges. So that makes sense why Harry had to come out and talk about something. Because, well, that's his MO, right? He has, if his dad's doing something, well, damn it, it has to be all about me. So, uh, who's shocked? Hold on, nobody. I do remember though something about him sharing his diary and promising not to do what he's doing now and try to overshadow the actual royal family. Uh, because I don't know what he does now. Go to basketball games and stuff. So, and try to be a half in, half out royal, which is he's doing very well at succeeding at, I must say. The Croft says Harry should stop playing statesman. Yes. Yes, that's true. He's been doing this with the Ukraine. And again, I do feel bad for the people of Ukraine. I do. But he also pulled that in Canada too. Now, if FBI was here, because I don't know if there's any other Canadians here, when he was here, I don't think it was for Invictus. I think he was in Vancouver. I think when he was the year before the games, so he came to promote Invictus, and he sat with the First Nations people and tried to, I don't know, reach a treaty. No clue. All I know is he shouldn't be there and taking meetings with the First Nations people. That, or peoples, that is not his thing. So now he's got in with Ukraine, right? Not cool. And Kate says you think be speaking up in support of his country, considering what's going on there. You know, Kate, you bring up a very good point because friend in my head, Lauren the Insider talks about this all the time. That with Invictus going to be in, oh, I had it, Birmingham. And apparently Birmingham has rats the size of horses. You could ride them around town, and there's no rubbish pickup or garbage, whatever you want to call it, bin pickup. And apparently you got like potholes that you can swim in. You think he'd be going over there to help them out. And again, I'm not great in this whole kind of realm of politics and whatever else. However, I don't know what he can do for the Ukrainian people. I really don't. He can't stop it. So, like, and I get that he wants to support the people and with Invictus and whatever, but he can't do anything. He can't sign papers and make the war go away, you know? So, like, what are you doing? I don't get it. And Carol says Harry is not a working royal. He shouldn't be speaking. Harry thinks he's a working royal when in fact he's not. I know. And I agree totally. And especially with those videos. Who is on his team that's letting him do this? Also, is, is someone looking at this video to make sure he's not going to say something stupid, really, at the end of the day, right? Because he could say something and it could freaking go like blow up in his face. You know what I mean? Like, aren't you supposed to be I like to think like I'm not royal, what the hell do I know? But I'd like to think that people look over you and make sure you're not going to say something wrong that's then going to set off a chain of events. And like, why let him talk? Like, why? Well, at least it's better than his wife because she wouldn't shut up, right? So, oh, hello, Becky. So Carol also says the royal family needs to update the website and show that he's not a working royal. Yes, because King Chuck's got to do something around here, man. Like, and I make no bones about it. I'm not a King Chuck fan. We all know this. And it's getting harder to, and I know, like, you guys can disagree with me. Everyone gets an opinion. This is my opinion. We have seen what's happened with the guy formerly known as Prince. And this is what happens, and I say it all the time, when you let the inmates run the prison. Inmates. Chaos, right? So you can't be doing this. Like, you gotta toughen up, my friend, right? You can't bury your head in the sand. I call the guy an ostrich, because he is. And I'm sorry he's sick. I don't wish that on anybody. And I don't actually wish the guy ill will. I think he's a crappy king. And he just keeps proving my point. So you got these two running around making statements to a war-torn country, which he shouldn't be doing. And you got a doughhead brother. And now it's just getting worse. You saw you're I'm not saying King Charles. Well, I am saying it. Like, you can't tell me he didn't know what, like, maybe not to the point. I think everyone knew his brother was a doughhead. Do I think to the extent of the doughheadness they knew? No, I don't. But also, when you get paid off $12 million, now just think about this. This is just what's come into my head. If you are a business and the royal family is a business and you have to write a check for $12 million, now just think of a normal business. Wouldn't you need a couple more people to sign off on that check? Wouldn't this be a meeting with accountants and stuff? Because this is not $12. This is $12 million. And it just goes out of the bank account. Like, I don't see how one person could write a check and no one else know about it. I find that hard to believe. I'm sorry, I do. Because in any other normal business, there'd be meetings for weeks about it. Weeks. And you would think lawyers would be involved, but hell, what do I know? I'm just saying. So back to his doughhead son. So now we got King and the Spares yipping away. His dad's trying to do a good thing and have this ceremony. And of course, he's got to come in and steal the thunder. This is where I know I'm talking in like a round robin, but goes back to King Chuck. Dude, you got to put a stop to it. Like, you already look like a chump. I'm sorry you do. And now you're letting your son still, like, he was making you look like a chump before. Now it's really not good. Between your brother and your son, things have gotta, like, stop, you know? And Harry is a prince without a country. Yeah, it's just this comes from personal experience. I would have requested signed by manager, and then accounting would have to sign off. And yeah, and write checks, and then checks you would have to come up with receipts. Like, that's what I'm saying, Carol. How do you can't tell me, like, you can write that big of a check and no one there's gotta be a cap. Like, I know in a lot of businesses, like, let's just pick $1,000. You can spend what you want up until $1,000. After $1,000, you need to clear it with people, right? So I would assume that would work again for the royal family, right? You can spend up to X amount of money, and then we got to talk about some stuff if you got to, like, write a big check. I'm just saying. I have a hard time believing it. And and I know, like, this might get me, like, I don't know, grief, because let me tell you, your friend over here is popular. Like, when I said before, like, I don't know, like, I was going under the radar there for a while, but no, all the crazy people found me. Lucky me. It's been fun being Heather. Holy Hannah, man, like, oy de the vey. Birmingham is a complete mess. I believe you. I believe you. So how come he's not there helping out? Because you would think if you're gonna have your Invictus games there, um, you'd wanna clean up that city, right? You're gonna show this to the world. It'll be everywhere, right? It'll be on the news, it'll be on TV, it'll be in newspapers. And I'm pretty sure from the sounds of it, this is not a 10-second tidy. Like, this is going to take it probably like they probably should have been starting on this like 3 years ago, right? I know how construction works in Vancouver because we only have 2 seasons here, uh, winter and construction, which construction goes year round. Lucky, lucky, and it takes forever. Ever, ever, ever. So you think you'd get on that. Now, like I say again, I'm not against the Ukrainian people. This has nothing to do with them. Has everything to do with him. Like, honestly, too, he knew he knew what he was doing. He knew there was a party his dad was doing, or maybe it's not a party, a ceremony. Well, Carol, why would you pick that city that's bankrupt to begin with? If you go listen to Lauren the Insider, she has her take. So I'll say that. Um, and I kind of believe her. So, oh, what was I saying? It Oh, the party. The thing going on with King Chuck, right? So everyone was there. Well, not everyone. I take that back. Prince William wasn't there. Not like that's a shocker. Don't blame the guy either. But I saw Carol put something in there. Something about Wales. Are they in Wales? Him and Princess Catherine. Sorry, I saw it come up and then I started talking. Um, Princess Anne was there. Edward's sick because he was at the Olympics. So I'm sure, like, you know what it's like when you go away and then you get on a plane and then now he has a cold, and if like King Charles is sick, so he can't go around him at all, right? So it doesn't matter, right? Like if you're sick, you can't go because you can't be around King Charles while he's going through what he's going through, right? So I totally understand that. So the ceremony saw 19 universities, colleges recognized for their innovation and excellence across the range of subject areas, from center of tackling sustainability in the textile industry. They really like the textile industry over there, eh? Like the Royals really like that. To the partnership providing higher education in prisons and breaking ground. Well, that's convenient. Because I think someone going clink really soon. Higher education in prisons and groundbreaking research into Paralympic performances. All right. So, I mean, a lot of people have been like, just yesterday, people were saying, like, where's the king? Where's the king? He's hiding out. And now they do this. And then his son puts out a statement. Prince William, Princess Catherine. What day is it today? Oh, it's the 24th. Oh, okay. I thought today was 20. I'm so out of it. I'm sorry. The 26th. So 2 days. All right. All right. So I don't know. I'm glad that they did something. I mean, it's nice. I guess you can't hide out forever and not do anything, right? Like King Charles and all that. They've got stuff to do. But at the same time, people want more. People want more. I know it's too late now cuz I said it. He should have come out with a statement and didn't. Now he can't talk because it's a legal matter, so he can't say anything. However, he should have. It just seems like I don't know who's advising him, but I don't like him. So you gotta, mm. And I know not everyone agrees with me, but man, you gotta kind of gotta lay the smack down. I'd be more worried right now with this guy because what? So, oh, that's what I was talking about when he was here talking with the First Nation peoples. That's not his role. You don't know what he's saying to people. And to me, he seems very, mm, I don't want to say snake oil salesman, but not the brightest crayon on the box, right? So, how do you know what he's saying to people? We don't know that he's not making like promises to people and stuff that he can't follow through with, right? Which can then cause controversy and issues. That's all I'm saying, right? So what is he saying to the Ukrainian people? And funny enough, isn't that where Megsy's new ring came from? All those diamonds? Aren't they from Ukraine? Right? Like looks very that looks suspicious. Didn't she get a bunch of jewelry out of Ukraine? Oh, I'm not saying I'm just asking questions, man. And all these are my opinions and the voices in my head, what they say to me. So, do I know anything? No. Am I a journalist? Clearly not. I can barely speak. So, I'm just covering my tuchus right now. You know, whatever. These are my thoughts. These are my opinions. Every once in a while, that gerbil wakes up. You got to be ahead of the scandal to be proactive. Charles never wants to be the bad guy. Unfortunately, Andrew and Harry. Tough. Uh, uh, Tough love. I wouldn't yeah, like, but you gotta be the bad guy, man. And it shouldn't have come this far. It really he shouldn't have made it this far. Absolutely not. The other doughhead, I don't know what to say about that. But this could have been stopped in its tracks 4 years ago. Like, full stop. Absolutely not, right? And all they've done is push and push and push. You know, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile, right? And look what's happened, you know? Harry has no idea what he's saying on any topic. No kidding. Unless it's probably about, like, Halo or GTA or some Nintendo game. I kinda highly doubt Harry has any what's that? COD, like, Call of Duty. Like, that's all, like, he's in the bunker playing video games. He's playing Nintendo. We all know this, right? So, him going and trying to make a treaty with somebody or whatever, I have a hard time with that. And Charles is Harry's father. What parent takes? You know, again, this is what happens when you gentle parent. Like, no, the guy's like 40. How old is he? 40, man child there. Like, come on. Like, and it doesn't help. I feel like people are ignoring this. Andrew. Yeah, Nora, right? I got to watch what I say, right? Because I don't want to get in trouble on here. It's just, it's not going to help the city. No, like, no, I don't know if like, I'm part of a Commonwealth country, but like, does it affect me like a lot? Not really with the royal family. But if I lived in England, man, I'd be choked. Oh my God. Like, I just, well, I don't know anything about that there, my friend. But between her and him, I apologize. Did you ask a question, Ray? Or are you about to ask a question? Because I might have missed it. And there's no stupid questions. How would you know if you don't ask? That's how we learn, right? So, I don't know. What do you guys think about this video to Ukraine? Harry does not get full blown security reinstated. Invictus Games brand will be canceled. Harry's using Invictus for security. True fact. Alice. Alice. Who I like that song. I can't sing that song on here though. He is. He's using like because then he'll be like, "Oh, can't come." Sorry for your luck. And then what? Right? They're not going to lose. I'm going to assume Birmingham has already given him some money to be there, right? So they're not like how do you write that off? He's got to show up. So, and funny, still, it's almost the end of February. Haven't heard anything. We were supposed to hear if he gets his security back in when was it? Like the end of January. It's almost March. Also, we're on day 24 of Megan never talking about Black History Month. Just saying. Um there it is. And if my brother acted out in public, my mom. Oh God. There was Gen X, man. You were not messing about at all. My mom had a meter stick. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yep. That's all I will say on that. And it was wood, and it was, like, that thick. Yep, yep, yep. I think it's I don't think he's gonna get it due to the horse show. You know what? I don't know anymore. I was like, "Nope, he's every day." I know like, every day with what comes out around here, my opinion changes every day. Normally, I'm like, I stand in my conviction, you know? But it's so hard, like, because now it's true though, right? The Invictus in Burnham, that is a big like, that's a big card, right? If he doesn't get it, then he doesn't go. And then what? Like, how do you write off X amount of money that you've already given to the guy, right? And I'll lay money on it. There was probably some backdoor deals going on there too, right? So, and wasn't Sharon Osbourne going to run for mayor of Birmingham? What happened to that? How does that get going? Right? Because I wouldn't mess with Sharon Osbourne. No, put her in charge. You know, I'd vote for her. You know, so I don't know. It all seems, in my opinion, corrupt. It just doesn't look good. You know, again, I don't have high what's mm, regard for politicians or whatever. I think they're all freaking sleazy. So, I don't have oh, and I used to have, like I in a vicinity of a lot of politicians, here. And, yeah, I don't have anything nice to say. We'll put it that way. They're all full of it, right? I think they will tell Harry that he will get it only if he's full-time working rural resident. See, like, and then I go back and forth too with I have said it, Meg's and Harry are going back to England. And then now, I don't know, like, because I also agree with Stephanie Sidley and like the Sidley twins, where they said she's going to use this I don't want to say debacle, but I don't know what to say without getting in trouble. So I'm not taking away from what happened. So please, it's a horrible, I just don't know what word to use. Horrible crime. Um, and she's going to say, well, look, we had to leave England because of the doughhead and I was having a kid and I didn't want to be around that. I'm on board with that. But then I also think, well, they're going to go back. So how do you play that? But if he isn't around, then I guess you could go back. I don't know. Like now it can only stand. So it dropped hours ago. Megan told Harry not to speak with. Oh, yeah, I heard that. Thank you, Carol. These two. These two. Now, which is funny because, again, for as much as I say, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole, now I'm talking out the other side of my mouth. Because I don't know how long these guys are going to stay in my tower. But I will say I think they're product of their environment. It's not an excuse, but I will say I don't think they're very innocent either. There are photos of her and that one together, I think, before she met Harry. There's a lot of photos coming out. Uh so that's just more of a matter of time before people really start digging into that one. There are a lot of great creators on here that are. Again, I'm not one of them. But they know something. They all know something. How do I word this? Everyone's jumping ship. I guess that's the best way I could say it. I think they were all in cahoots before, and they picked his side. They picked his side when they left. They didn't stand with Princess Catherine or Prince William. They picked their side. They visited them in Montecito. I remember stories about that. They were going out to California a lot. And now you're going to ditch them? Huh. To save, and it goes back to saving her behind. I fully believe that because again, this guy can't walk and chew gum at the same time. So he's believing whatever she's saying. And they know stuff too. If it's a matter of time before they start singing. So Newshound reported months ago that William said it was security risk to have Harry on Windsor Great Park. Harry will never be the same vicinity as William and his family. Yeah, I believe that. I totally believe that. So I don't know, like, didn't we just say yesterday they've been very quiet and then today he comes out with that statement? Something something's coming. And I can't believe the Sunshine people told them to put out that video. So, like, I don't know, are they still on the payroll? Anne and Edward's families are, yes, they're great to have on your side. And I've said it once, I'll say it again. You don't mess with that broad. She scares me. Nope, not messing with her. But like I say, it's a matter of time. I know one of them's like really upset and really not handling, not that anyone I don't think would handle this well, but she's really not handling it well. It sounds like she's ready for a nervous, one of them, I think it's this one, um, heading for a nervous breakdown, honestly. So I don't know. You can really see the divide, in my opinion, of what's happening. Uh, it is always suspicious when they're quiet. So it normally means something's coming, but what? In September, October, Andrew hit the fan. Didn't Megan invite one of the York sisters, Monster? Beatrice. Is that this one? Or is it this one? I don't know which one's which. So I mean, and that sucks. So I feel bad. I feel bad. Fergie, Lord knows where she is. She's in some wellness center apparently. Or not. Who knows? So I all I know is they're all in it together, and I think this one. I don't how do you say that? The redhead is Beatrice. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Um this one's Beatrice. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's not the one that I was thinking then. That was heading for a breakdown. Just gonna Harry will return to work royal knockout. You know what? I don't disagree with you there. The lovely. The lovely? I'm sorry if I'm saying her name wrong. I'm sorry. Uh, I don't disagree with you because I think King Chuck, maybe this is because I've always said King Chuck needs his own uh, support group, I guess, lack of a better word, right? And I always said they're going to go back. They're going to go back. But that was before Andy went to the clink. So I I still am on they're going back. I also think yeah, that's the issue. I'm with you, Becky. That's the issue. William won't allow it. I know. Like now, everything's all my Heather from the Hood predictions are all messed up. Because before I didn't think I was wrong. I'll be honest. Now it does put a wrench into everything. The only thing I can think of is, oh, this is where I was getting at with King Chuck. He needs a support group, right? So I thought they were going to go back and be on his side. And I always said a coup was coming. I've been saying this forever. A coup was coming, and it was going to be these guys against um Prince William and Princess Catherine. Because I don't think King Chuck and Prince William are getting along very well. And I don't think they've been getting along well for a while. So that's just me. Oh, okay, Bumblebee. I'll take a look. Thank you. Um oh, Nora. Oh, I thought you were going to say not against me. I'm like, "Oh god, that's all I need." Yeah, okay. Thank you. All right. So, and I always thought like Prince William was going to have Princess Anne and all those guys on his side, right? But now I said the other day, like they could go back and play the "We're here to support you, Dad" card and bring the kids and whatever. I don't I don't know. Because she's not getting rid of that title anytime soon. And I don't see King Chuck taking it away. There's a reason why they're still on the website. He won't do it. He won't, right? So, I mean, playbook. William is mentally under stress, so we are now conditioned that he can't do it all alone. Can you elaborate on that a bit, Delove? Please. Part of the reason do Charles Weathering decisions making and not addressing Andrew's truth. Couldn't Harry too. Yeah, I I'm with you, right? Like this is just going to be a bigger mess if King Chuck doesn't start kicking some butt. And I've been saying it for a while. I'm like, the guy's got to step down. Now it's picking up steam. A lot more people are saying he's got to step down now. I know it's my opinion. I don't like the guy. I think he's a crappy king. I also understand the guy waited a lifetime to become king, and there's no way on God's green earth he's going to give it up. I also say every time that guy walks into a room, they should be playing Alanis Morissette. Isn't this ironic? Because God, it's just like bad. It's like something out of Shakespeare. Oh my God, this guy's life. Now, now, also he's sick. I've said that one over and over. He's sick. Sick, 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 sick. I think this is gonna take him out faster than it should, because no one, even if he wasn't sick, this is not fun, right? So, I just think, listen, man, like, you're 70 years old, you got grandchildren you haven't met. If you have children that you have met, why would you wanna go out stressed to the nines, right? I just think, like, wouldn't it be better if you just kinda, like, lived out your last days in some sort of peace? But I don't think that's gonna happen, so but that's just me. And William is frustrated. Yeah, I'd be frustrated too. Like, look at all the stuff that he's watched go down, and you can't do anything about it. Yeah, I'd be mad too, and more frustrating when he's probably saying to his dad, "Dad, like, we gotta get rid of this guy, or we gotta, like, clean up the garbage, so to speak," and you just keep stepping over it, Like, "No, we can't keep doing this," and look what happens, you know? So, I mean, and it's even worse when there's a family divided, right? Because it's not bad enough just with the Andrew stuff. You got them, right? Like, come on, Like, after you try to put out one fire, another fire starts, and then you try to put out that fire, another fire starts. Then all of a sudden, the whole kingdom's burning to the ground. You know what I mean? Like, so it's I don't think William is acting, so in my opinion, I don't think he's acting soft. I think he's stepping away to keep his head level, because when you're in the madness, it's hard not to go cuckoo, my friend. If everyone around you is nuts, it's hard to keep your head straight and not go down that path. You know what I mean? So if you're away from it, here, I'll use this example, right? My dad had Alzheimer's, right? And my mom was his caregiver. And I'd go over there and help take care of my dad. And my mom was losing it. I'm like, "Mom, you're believing the crazy person here." Like, the sky is not purple, but after a while, if you keep hearing it, you start believing it. Like, do you know what I mean? So I'd go over there. I'm like, "Mom, you got to go out into the world and get your wits back about you, because like, you're going insane." So this is how I'm thinking maybe William's doing it. If you're around that, you're gonna start believing it too. So the more you're outside the hurricane, you can see the hurricane coming. When you're in the hurricane, you never see it coming. You could stand back and be like, "Oh, look, there's a hurricane." You know what I mean? So I hope that made sense. So I think it's best for him to stay away and just keep building his, lack of better words, army, and get his ducks in a row. If Charles addressed both situations, Charles could eliminate a lot of criticism, but Charles needs to address those. He won't. And now it's too late, because I don't think he can even say anything about Andrew, because he's been booked or whatever you want to say. And now it's criminal investigation. So you can't say anything because you don't want to mess up whatever. I still don't think anything's really going to happen to the guy, but that's my opinion. I'm not going to put, oh, yeah. See, not getting involved in that part. Sorry, Debbie. Well, I'm also restrained because he's not power is limited. Yeah, and that's it. And that's got to be frustrating. It was like I say, I can only relate to, like, what happened with me and my mom and my dad, right? Because I couldn't do anything about it, right? When my dad was sick and in the hospital and whatever. And I'm talking to doctors and I'm talking to nurses. And my mom's like, "No, he's fine." And I'm like, "What are you looking at?" Like, "No, he's not fine." Right? But again, I didn't have power. This is the only way I can relate to, like, the situation, right? So, and I'm talking to doctors and nurses, and I'm like, "No, no. And my mom's like, no, he's fine. He's going to be out soon. And I was like, he's leaving. Not the way you think there, my friend. And yeah, my dad passed away, right? But this is how I feel about like the William thing. It's frustrating when you're looking at like a blind man in Phoenix can see what's coming here, and how come you just keep burying your head in the sand and pretending it's not happening? It's very frustrating. So I feel bad for Prince William, right? And I give him a lot of props. And we talked about it yesterday when he was talking about that movie. Now, I say this. I kept thinking that they were saying Hamlet, like Shakespeare's Hamlet. I didn't realize this is like a new movie out that's up for awards and stuff. So I'm sorry. I'm also deaf in one ear. So this is what happens, right? Now, I guess this movie is really, really sad. Um, so I really don't know what it's about, but apparently it's like a hard watch, right? And that's what Prince William said. He's like, I'm not in a good headspace. Well, no kidding, right? So I give him props for saying that. And this is what we need. We need someone to address the elephant in the room. Yeah, no, I'm not doing good. Would you be doing good if you were him right now? Probably not. Probably not. So, yeah, but at least he's honest about it. That's all you got to say is, listen, I know. I know. We're under siege here, man. And we're trying to work on it, but and leave it at that. I don't know. Charles has said he supported the legal system doing what he needs to be done. To say anything further could interrupt. Yes, okay, fair. But what else is he supposed to say? No, we don't. We're not going to cooperate. Come on. Like, he has to say that, though, right? They listened to William 2019. They would have eliminated a lot of the criticism and suffering now, unfortunately. Yeah, right? And I've said it. Social media is a beautiful thing, but it's a double-edged sword, and this is where I don't think King Charles is understanding this part. Because I don't know who's on his team. I think he needs some youngins on there because social media is not shutting up from both sides, right? Either support or not support or whatever, everyone in between. You can pay off papers all you want to spin a story how you want. You can't pay off everybody on social media. So either you get with the times and you get with what the people want, or you're going to suffer the criticism. Oh, yeah. No, everyone knew. And you can't convince me otherwise. To the extent, I don't know that part, but everyone knew something was up, right? Again, and I'm sorry, $12 million? It's a lot of freaking money. I just have a hard time someone writing a check for $12 million and be like, yeah, all right. And then someone notice, like the accountant, I'm sure there's an accountant looking over the bank account and they'll be like, huh, like that's not just like 12 bucks missing. $12 million missing out of a bank account. I don't care how rich you are, you're gonna notice that. Sorry, and you think you'd ask, like, where did this go and why? Maybe that's just me. What do I know? So, I don't know. I think Prince William's doing all he can do, and I think he's doing a great job. His wife first session with sister-in-law got horrible diagnosis. His brother quit and blames the family because of his shortcomings. His father is sick and now, right? His brother quit. It's gotta I wouldn't wanna be Prince William. Like, I feel bad for the guy. Like, I really do. And who's on his side? Who's over there kicking some butt for him? Like, that's his job right now. He should be if he wasn't such a putz, he should be standing with his brother, kicking ass, taking names, right? He should be. This should not be a discussion, you know? Absolutely not. Maybe it's just me and the way I roll. No. Like, we gotta stand together and we gotta do what's right and we gotta, like, kick ass. And he's not. You want to be a part of the problem. So now William's on his own. I mean, I know he's got his wife and whatever else, but who else is coming in and being the muscle for the guy, right? I feel bad. I feel like I should be there. I feel like I should just be a long lost cousin and come in and kick some ass. You know? Like if like this guy's had the last couple of years hasn't been fun to be William. Yeah, see? This is what happens when you gentle parent. Said it once, say it again. Like what are the odds you think I could get past the gate? Be like, I'm here. Come on, William. Your crazy cousin's here. Everyone needs a crazy cousin. I'm just saying. And I'm it. Me and 20. Yeah, there is so much. There's one thing in life to be like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done this, and blah, blah, blah. And it not really changing the trajectory of your life. But when you look back on this, like this is bad. This has affected a lot of people. This is a big domino effect, right? And yeah, you should have done this, right? It's kind of like the Titanic. Maybe you shouldn't have hit the iceberg. Ladies, maybe you should have had enough lifeboats on the Titanic, right? You chose not to. You know, step 1, get passport. Right, Mary? I know, I need a passport. That's a thing. Now I just confessed that I'm going to England to go kick some ass. They're probably not going to give me one. Lady C said by the time that the payment was only 6 figures, so not even $1 million, and then she probably lied. So I don't know. I don't know about anything, man. I don't know. And like I said, everyone around here has the right to their opinion. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. The queen was still a monarch. The queen was still a monarch, but the queen was very ill. Very ill. I don't even know how she got up every morning. I have no idea. That woman must have been made of steel. Like she had blood cancer and bone cancer and 90, 4 years old or 3 or 2 or 90 something, nonetheless, buried a husband, had to deal with these yahoos. Like, oh my God. That woman was made of freaking steel. Is anyone satisfied that King Charles removing HRH? I don't think so. I don't think anyone's. I think it should have been done a long time ago. Same with these guys, right? And not to sound like a told jerk, but is like when is it too little, too late, right? Okay, yeah, okay, you did it, yeah, and you should have done it years ago. So like, you're not going to get a pat on the back for it, buddy. Like, I'm sorry, you know. And I do feel bad for King Charles. Like he's sick too, right? And this is what I'm saying. And he's sicker than anyone thinks. I've been saying it forever. The guy, like, I called, like, I'm surprised he's here. I am. Um, and when you're going through treatment and stuff too, which is not like a walk in the park, you're sick. You're down. You're like, and down when I mean like it takes everything out of you. And how he can be cognitive is beyond me. I knew super sick. Oh no, it was just But I like to believe Queen Elizabeth, and I'm not speaking ill against her. I love that woman. I do. Name my dog after her. I love that woman. This is also why she didn't like step down and or she fought so hard because she knew what was going to happen and maybe she just stuck around long enough hoping that she could it wouldn't be that bad. And I don't know. And I'm not speaking ill against her. I'm not, right? Like it's just there's so much that should have happened. And maybe 30 years ago, 20 years ago, we didn't have the lovely world of social media what we have now. Right? Maybe they could have buried it. That's where I'm saying where King Chuck needs to come into the future here, right? Like catch up. This is never going to go away. Like there is no ignoring this. So you're going to figure it out, dude. Right? Like what more can he expect? Let justice run its course. Don't use the tower or stocks anymore. Right? And permanent is not going to remove. Yeah. So I mean, it's just a mess. Maybe Henry VIII had it right. Just dust off that guillotine. Like problem solved. You know, I I don't know, but we're not gonna. It's not gonna end anytime soon, and we're gonna be in this for a while. Yeah, I don't know. I I don't know. I think Queen Elizabeth knew a lot. She was sharp there for a long time, right? She knew, but I don't know. Like knew certain stuff. I'm not saying she knew everything, but I think she knew more about Megan than anyone's letting on. I'll say that. Um, we just can look like things have been scrubbed, right? Um, I find, and I've said it over and over again, I find it weird. Not one family member has ever come out to talk. You're telling me she doesn't have cousins. She doesn't have like aunts and uncles. Like she's got her mom's side and her dad's side. You're telling not one person you went to high school with came out and talked. They probably did. And the royal family said, do not run this story. Right? Again, that's pretty like a lot of social media things. And also it's been said more than once. Like she watches social media. If she doesn't like what she has to say about you, she'll try to get your account taken down. That's probably happened 1,000 times over, right? So, and it has to people. People lose viewers or subs or whatever you want to call it, and they have to like try to get them back. And people have lost accounts. You think that's just a coincidence? I don't think so. You know? So and yeah, they said, "Okay, you can't use your title." Who in their right mind thought that she'd never use that title? Like when she gave that card to Jamie Kern Lima or whatever, ice cream or kids were sick or some BS, and it was with the HRH. Of course she's using that card. I don't know why everyone's freaking shocked. Duh, right? Yeah, of course she is. Oh, sure, we won't use it, no problem. You live in a different how would anyone know? And it's only because she posted it. She should be choked, right? Your friend ratted you out. And I know she didn't do it on like to rat her out, but like that's just the one that we saw. There you can't tell me there's not more. So King Chuck will gain some respect if we remove the titles from the website. It would send a big message to the faux royals. I don't even see it going to trial. Probably will. Tax evasion. But I don't know. A lot of stuff can happen in 2 years, let me tell you. A lot of stuff can happen in 24 hours. A lot of stuff can happen in 2 minutes. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, but we'll just, you know, keep talking and see what happens. You know? I don't like ragging on King Charles. I don't. It doesn't bring me like joy or anything. I just I just wish like I just wish he'd do something. I just don't see it happening though. I just don't. Which is frustrating for everybody else watching it. So, but we can only hope these two are just going to keep doing stupid stuff, which odds are pretty good. So, and talking about that, because that's way more fun. Like, I don't feel good saying what I said today, but it's my opinion and this is how I feel, right? So, but like, you kind of gotta either they gotta move back and get in with daddy, or you gotta take him off the website. It's one of the two, or like just cut him off at the knees, right? It's one of the two. Oh, like King Charles, this is going to take him out. I've said it. It's going to take him out faster than what it has to, right? I I don't know about 2026, man. I I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if I'll I don't I feel bad saying it. But if he lasts a year, I'll be shocked. I really will. If he makes it to June, I'll be shocked. You know? I'm not wishing ill on the guy. I'm not. But like this is just starting, right? Like there's more. There's more coming. And it's just I don't know. I don't know how he's going to do it. I just don't. So, and like I say, it's we haven't seen nothing yet. This is nothing. So, and it's not going to get any better. It's just a matter of time before more people start talking. And there's a lot of people to talk. There's a lot more cover ups. There's a lot more everything. I believe it all, right? I believe it all. So, nothing shocks me anymore. So, but I'll let you guys go. Thanks for hanging out with me. And be shocked if you, yeah, in a couple days. Honestly, like I said, I called Christmas and then I said like maybe early New Year's, but man, like if he makes it to June, I'm going to be shocked. So, Oh, thanks, Alice. No, Heather, you don't sound like as if you're wishing ill on the king. It's not probably too yeah, but I just wanna make that clear. Like, I don't wish this on anybody. I've also seen a lot, right? Like, so it's it's just not happening. So I want to thank each and every one of you again for coming and supporting me and whatever else. And thank you very much. And if you don't mind liking this video and then writing a comment after when it uploads, it'd be nice to see a nice comment because, like I said, your friend Heather is quite popular with the people who do not like me. I know people don't like me, but holy cow, like I didn't realize the number. Ah! So yay. Uh But, haters are fans and that's fine. But, oh my god, seriously? These people don't even know me. If they knew me, they'd have way more ammo. But, whatever. And it's hard to come on here every day and talk about stuff, right? And I'm like, "What are we gonna talk about?" And sometimes, yes, I do repeat myself, but sometimes it's worth repeating. And, have a wonderful day. Oh, I will lift up the queen before we go. We'll end on a good note. Come here, Queen Elizabeth. Come here. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh. Say hello to the people, Queen Elizabeth. Say hello, people. Say hello. Thank you. Hi. Get an extreme close up. There you go. Chloe, you. Okay, hang on. The Chloe wants to be seen too. Sorry about this. Don't judge my floor. Chloe, come here. Chloe, what? Come here. The people want to see you. Uh-oh. There we go. All right, you got Chloe and the Queen. So we'll end on a good note. So thanks again, everybody, for being here. Sorry about the camera, but I can't pick up that dog. She weighs like almost as much as me. So that's not happening. But thank you so much. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And I really appreciate each and every one of you. Stay safe, okay?